to go to the right-hand side instead, but as we go into the triple elixir final minute here in a mortar miner deck, Igor is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you know, basically you're counting only on minor damage. You need that mortar to defend, and then like I said earlier, this deck runs lightning a lot. That lightning helps you take care of the fish boy. When you got that goblin monster coming across the bridge, if you can lightning the fisherman as soon as he's dropped, then you can actually get damage on top of tower. Having arrows, you don't have that ability.
Final 30 seconds, lots on the left-hand side. Igor is forced to play defense here, cannot do much on offense, and I don't think there's a significant way for him to get this damage back.
No, I mean, there really isn't. Sandbox knows it. He's just got to keep up the pressure enough to where Igor cannot get a big push going, and that fisherman just completely controls the board. It is such a nuisance, but if you, again, you talk about the lightning, which is usually paired with the Goblinstein in this deck, not having that has been brutal in game number 1, and now our former 2019 world champion, our former 2021 third place finisher is going to have to find a way to turn this set around.
In the final 90 seconds.
And does get that ability just in time. Going to help with that Furnace. Going to help get some damage on tower. Furnace is off the board, so you don't have to worry about those Fire Spirits when you got the Princess Tower. Really nice stuff there for Igor when you talk about interactions.
Setting up the Prince in the back. Sandbox has been getting good value out of dual lane pressure. Fisherman's out early here.
Perfect.
And beautiful.
And you got the Fish Boy to help here with the Prince. So right now, Igor has all the answers. Gets that lightning in.
Yep.
Don't need to get the damage in. You don't need to force the RG, but he still can get the RG down to create some more pressure. The big thing is you don't want to do that and then lose to a Hog plus minions plus whatever push on the opposite side of the board as we're seeing right now.
EQ in, there goes the Hog. E-Spirit to hold. Guards get wrecked on. And wow, the arrows reflect. Huge for Igor.
Yeah, Sandbox was trying to read it. He was trying to get the arrows in, then the E-Spirit late to clean up those guards, knowing that that would be the way for the Hog to break through. And that's exactly what you want in our first set of the day. We're going to game 3. Igor is in the lead with a minute left.
What else would you expect for that last card? Igor, Rocket, a match made in heaven.
And Valkyrie in a great spot there. Gonna tank, gonna clean up the drill, deal with the Queen, deal with the opposite Valk. And now Sandbox maybe feeling a bit of the pressure, just kind of dropping at the bridge. Obviously doesn't want to give any rocket value.
Yeah, this is interesting. The Archer Queen trying to clear everything off. Gonna get some stabs from the Goblins. Oh, those were huge.
Yeah, that's another mistimed log there. We got to see something to get on top of that first Goblin, then the log just a bit later. But Igor's okay. He knows he has the rocket cycle game. Sandbox is the one that needs to make something happen in 20 seconds.
Poison down. Evo Snowball to clear. Log.
The drill! The log is early!
Oh my
The log is early! He has missed so many logs throughout game 1, or excuse me, game 3.
He has to both cover and have the time for this rocket. Poison in, log down, Ice Spirit to clear, Snowball in. That's gonna be it!
And it spawns in more ghouls. Skelly Drags do take it out. Cannon on defense, skeletons, and there's the poison. The poison here is so strong defensively, slowing down everything while taking out the skeleton dragons.
5 elixir to deal with this mini P.E.K.K.A plus baby dragon push. The retargeting though, not gonna chase that wall breaker down. And here we go, just play it at the bridge, pressure at the bridge. Mini P.E.K.K.A gets 1, mini P.E.K.K.A gets 2, and now we got an Evo Ghost on the board. This is a huge push for Frontier to deal with.
Mini P.E.K.K.A the bridge. Poison is missed. 28 seconds on the clock. The pressure's here, and here's the Evo Baby Dragon. Everything's gonna start moving really quick towards that tower, but the Barb Barrel, Andrew.
It cleans up everything, cleans up the ghouls, and you can see on Frontier Guard's face, he knows this is all but sewn up. Baby Dragon is on tower, but it's not gonna be enough. Big spell, not enough. 576, the newcomer takes game number 1! And the crowd loves it!
We have not seen the last spell from Frontier Guard. I'm assuming it's going to be a lightning. I feel like if it was a fireball, he would have played in the Ice Wizard by now. And a pre-log in the E-Spirit. The guards come down. Will the wall breakers connect? Wow. No.
Guard so strong, so strong. One of my favorite cards. There we go. Hunter to deal with the Mighty Miner. So now the RG. They're going to expect a Tesla to come down here in the middle. No, he saves it to get the Tesla opposite lane. Love that patience by Vitor.
Fisherman does lock onto the Mighty Miner. A Fireball comes through in the Ice Wizard, so it was Fireball after all. This might be the first damage for Guard this whole game with 25 seconds left. It is a lot.
It is a lot. Not enough.
Oh, the wall
walks away. Wall breaker connects. 18 seconds. We're going to game number 3 once again.
One last push. It's looking like a game 3 for sure. The Tesla is just cleaning up everything. The Mighty Miner's there once again. Wall breakers come through one last time with a pre-log for style points. Tower down. And ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. Let's get it, Andrew.
Absolutely. You can see the calm on Vitor's face. No celebration yet.
Arrows drop down as well. Evo Snowball is in cycle. Maybe that's the one thing that could give him a chance to break through, but Frontier Guard is firmly in the lead right now.
And Frontier Guard cycling, you know that mortar's going to be available. There it is, early cycled Evo mortar. That's great against the boss man at 2. There you go. See, Goblin comes down, dash to that Goblin instead of the Skeleton King.
Grandmaster in, Vine Spell is strong, but the Cannon Card's distracting. The gang is there, the arrows are late, and now the Evo Skeleton Barrel. Snowball drops and everything, only 25 seconds left. Frontier Guard is firmly in the lead.
And maybe the biggest upset of day number 1 is about to happen here. Our 5-time world finalist being sent down to the lower bracket. 1888, 1850 to 719. You can see Frontier just sending that barrel opposite lane. It should be all sewn up.
Yeah.
And there it is. The newcomer takes set number 2.
Wow. Wow. I mean, perfect gameplay and make something happen.
Yeah, so what are we thinking? Are we thinking that he's going to have to wait till triple elixir, or is he supposed to? I mean, he's clearly not supposed to be cycling drills. We should only be seeing 3 drills max in this game.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. You need to make the big push and use the drill just to supplement that big push. Nice bar drill to defend. And this is looking like one of those pushes that we're talking about. Giant Skelly, Evo Executioner, and the drill inbound. I wonder if we'll see a Gold Knight as well.
And right there, really nice NATO. The XC is not going to be able to lock just 1/10 of a centimeter. You know, I'm not very good with the metric system. We have been talking about that this weekend. And yeah, I mean, just so close. And that's a giant skeleton on top of the tower.
And the Evo goes on the left lane. Gold Knight connects. Big damage.
303, 142. Moogie doesn't have an answer. Adriel takes it.
Evo Valkyrie now on the board. And we're heading to triple elixir overtime. High anti-lightning Tesla placement, but an E-Giant nonetheless.
Right there, lightning on defense by Adriel. This Baby Dragon is going to put in quite a bit of work, and that Mighty Miner going to put in all the damage. No, gets the bowler to half health, but there's a lot of troops that are stacking for Moogie.
A lot of stacking. Tesla does end up taking the Dragon out. 35 seconds. There's the Evo Baby Dragon. Evo Tesla trying to lock onto the Dragon, and he gets it. This Evo Baby Dragon getting taken off the map is imperative for Adriel's defense.
Yeah, and right here, Moogie just placing troops down on the bridge, not using his lightning, trying to go troops first and foremost. This is the lightning. This is the push that he was looking for. 15 seconds left. Can he get the bowler? The Mighty Miner activation, it's going to be able to save.
I think the bowler's something. The Tesla's trying to stop.
The bowler gets the second shot.
Baby Dragon connects. Oh my God!
Oh my goodness! All of a sudden, Adriel, the perfection through the first 4 minutes, 45 seconds, final 15, can't do enough.
Big counter push. Spear Empress staying for the Miner. Flying Machine plus Ground Empress in the left-hand lane. Trying to take the Ice Wiz and clean up the counter push. Goes the gang. Does he go for Curse Zap? No. He goes for, he does go for Zap!
He has no elixir, 3 elixir, arrows come out, he gets the tower all the way down to 428, and oh my, all of a sudden, Adriel's in a commanding lead.
This is unbelievable.
What just happened?
He's playing Lava Miner, and he has not played Lava on a single time. Instead, abusing the Spear Empress, abusing the Flying Machine. This is what I talk about. This is what Adriel does best. He finds the weaknesses in the matchup and then uses that to the perfection.
I mean, just beautiful work by Adriel. He's going to be able to clean up the mortar easily with the Flying Machine. Mortar does get a shot, but at this point, I mean, it's just a matter of time.
When the machine's on!
The machine launched!
The machine
It's
launched!
over! We've been waiting for that the entire time. Hunter does not get the shot off, so a really solid defense, and that's going to go invisible again. No, beautiful E-Spirit by Sam. That should have gone invisible. Instead, perfect timing, allowing the Ghost to start its swing. It stays alive, and I mean, as good as that was, Lucas still up quite a bit.
And nobody here able to really shut down these RG shots. They keep on chipping away, and as long as this goes this direction, Lucas is in a great spot.
Can he protect it? E-Spirit is going to be able to stop the Skellies, the Fishermen against Fishermen. RG should get only 1 shot, I believe, and that's exactly what's going to happen. This might be game if he isn't able to defend properly.
And one shot from the Evo RG. Does it get a second? And it does get a second!
It's just going to be a fireball log away. Gets the tower down to 15 HP. Sam is going to try something, anything. I don't think it's going to matter. Lucas already stepping away from the screen.
And there you have it. E-Giant going to work on that right-hand tower. Now Lucas starting to pour it on. 2 bowlers and a baby dragon.
Beautiful bowler right there. It's able to get on top of that. I don't even remember what the first card was, but it's able to take out the second. I mean, just beautiful positioning. Gets the tower down to 1270. A huge lead for Lucas, and he looks so confident right now.
And this is where Sam gets into a lot of trouble. He has to get on tower, and as we get deeper and deeper, and that elixir flows more and more, let's see. Will those activate? Nope. Good touch here for the E-Giant.
Yeah, he just has no answer. He has no building. I mean, it really comes down to that one massive mistake. The Skarmies played too early. The Vines are too late. But this is also just a brutal matchup in general. And right there, you know, with everything not going his way, good job with the wall breakers. It's able to connect with both of them because of the placement.
Lucas opting to eat those 2 final minute triple elixir. And as I was saying before that last push, this is where Lucas can put on whatever he wants. He can slow down if he needs to. Just one more lightning away. And this is where Sam gets into a lot of trouble, where he has to break through, has to get on tower. So you see the full send, the full sellout here. Evo Baby Dragon slowing everything down. Wall breakers trying to get through. Skarmy trying to do it, cannot get it done. No lightning block. Second cannon to pull. Not enough for lightning.
The double bowlers on the board, cleaning up that Royal Ghost. Now we got the lineup. Bowler very healthy.
And what a save.
What a bar barrel. You are so right, Rich. Good damage on the right-hand side, though. Tower's basically even all across the board. Sandbox in the lead with 1584 being the lowest tower on Mo's side.
Mohamed changes lanes, goes to his strong side with the E-Giant, 40 seconds-ish remaining.
Rich, for how insane of a matchup this is, this room, you could hear a pin drop right now.
I mean, it's absolutely silent. Damage continues to stack up for Sandbox. Now E-Giants in both lanes.
30 seconds remaining. Sandbox is going to have to play the best defense of his life. Baby Dragon there. Lightning comes in to clean things up. Second cannon comes down. 1391.
Lightning wanted to predict.
The bowler lines up. The overwhelm. Mohamed Light endures.
And very interesting, kind of this mortar spammy combination. Dash 2 gets on the Valk.
Yeah, it's so interesting. You can get the Boss Bandit to come in and create space, get some damage in, and right there, huge damage.
Boy.
And that's exactly what I was just about to talk about. As soon as it starts, it's over. 204 remains. He's got Fireball, he's got Log, and if anyone can defend for 40 seconds, it's Mohamed Light.
Yeah, trying to break through against a mortar on top of all that. The E-Wiz for the stun. And you kind of think you see Sandbox recognizing that, as we talked about, going from preparing for Igor to, oh my, I have to face Mohamed.
And he's going to take that Fireball damage right there. Evo Mortar comes down, and this game happens so quickly. Obviously not a great matchup. Mortar matches up very, very well against E-Giant. He's got the E-Wiz in there to stun and slow it down even more. Boss Bandit to tank on the ground. And what I was going to say about the synergy of the deck, the decksmanship, if you will, I love about it is that the Boss Bandit comes in and creates space. Then you drop the barrel behind it. Then the Boss Bandit comes back, and you got to remember that the Golemite's doing a little bit more damage now too, all the way down to below 400 HP. This is one of those I can defend in cycles, so we're going to see Frontier Guard switch lanes.
Night Witch, Evo, Cage pulls in.
And this is exactly the defense you talked about earlier, Juice, and that's what I love about Sub. He recognized the mistake early on, he fixes the mistake, and now he's firmly in control. That's what consistency is all about.
Yeah, with 35 seconds left, Sub just needs to cycle back to another Graveyard. This is last chance from Frontier Guard to make a Graveyard push happen, but I just don't think it's enough.
It's definitely not going to be enough. He'd need a freeze, he'd need vines, he'd need a miracle. Lightning at the bridge, and that again, that is such a smart play. You might just think, oh, why doesn't he take the tower? He's already won the game. If somehow there's a lightning block that comes in, I mean, honestly, near impossible, but if somehow it happens, then Sub loses. He's not going to lose this way.
Yeah, the Baby Dragon's just cleaning up. The Golden Knight is there. This is the experience that it takes to be a champion. Sub taking game number 1. Kind of a nice game in the other lane to kind of like force out some elixir.
Yeah, that way you're not able to drop the poison on top of the Goblin Doctor once again.
Well done from Frontier Guard. Once again, it seems like his playstyle is about aggression.
Yep, and that was a great way of recognizing what would I do if I was in his shoes. I would poison out again, let me get aggressive, let me pull some elixir to the opposite lane.
But still, it's Sub up in the damage lead. And in Triple Elixir, it's only going to get more difficult for Guard here. Graveyard is known to thrive in the Triple Elixir overtime.
Goblin Gang plus Miner, Witch is going to come out to clean things up. 2 Witches on the board, a lot of Skeletons to gain health from. That's a pretty decent poison at the bridge. Doesn't even need to do it. The Witch stays alive so long, and this Goblin Hut does great work against that Goblin Stein.
Evo Valk to the bridge, Evo Witch to the bridge. So the next card will be a Graveyard.
This is a scary
And after that, a poison.
Juicy's calling it right now. There's the Graveyard. He got it. There's the Vines coming in. Doesn't even need the poison.
Wow.
The Skellies take out the Doctor, and that's going to do it. 2 up, 2 down.
He is not afraid to emote, not afraid to have fun with it, and right there, showing his anger, but still in this game.
Spear Empress from both players. Another Golem push from Adriel trying to extend the lead. We're into Triple Elixir overtime, and an Evo Valkyrie is in cycle to try to deal with this, but a Vines taking off the board immediately.
Yeah, only gets 1 swing. We do see the defensive lightning, and it was well timed, but it doesn't feel like you're getting enough value. It feels like Adriel is just totally running away with this.
Lava Hound plus Skeleton Drags at the bridge in the other lane. Zappies and Vines plus Bard Barrel is a solid way to defend, and it's looking a little bit like Ian's chances are dwindling.
Yeah, I mean, 20 seconds left. The Evo Furnace in cycle is always going to help him out. We do see a Lightning. The Rage should be able to help out. 1492, 1142. Ian trying to get himself back to another Lightning. Adriel just going to cycle. Both players at this point, it's either you got the spells or you don't.
The
4
Lightning,
seconds.
Will it drop on the last second? The Zappies, and it doesn't get down in time. Adriel taking game number 1 by the skin of his teeth. Adriel continues to apply pressure in the other lane, and honestly, that is the biggest play that Adriel's made this game. You do not want to go same lane versus Executioner deck.
I mean, I just wonder if Adriel is somehow a one-trick. Did we not realize that this entire time? He is playing Lava absolutely perfectly, but this is a pretty massive push. Exy doesn't shoot on top of the tower like I thought it would, but does get the tower down to 1196. This is a big push.
The Lava Pumps are getting lots of damage as well. We finally see the Golden Knight dash. It's big damage. Ghost doesn't connect, and Ian takes the damage lead for the first time this game with 45 seconds left on the clock.
Baby Dragon Splash saved his tower right there. Lightning coming down, 357. Drill gonna go on offense. It's just who can win this game right here. We should be seeing a dash. The guards do protect.
Oh my God.
273.
The NATO.
The arrows come down in time. He does protect the tower. 145.
The Giant Skelly doesn't hit. The Lightning.
The
Will he
cage
get the
is in
Lightning
time.
block?
92.
The Executioner.
Can he protect? He does! Adriel gets it! Adriel gets it! The Evo RG placed into the Mighty Miner, a huge mistake, and Pedro just licking his lips. That was way too easy. That should never be happening on the World Final stage.
High Hunter plus E-Spirit tries to pull the Mighty Miner over. Hog is running, E-Spirit stunning. Able to stop it this time is Lucas, but time ticking away, only 45 to get that damage back.
The Evo Firecracker not going to be able to lock on right there. That Fisherman, a beautiful E8. Can it get another one in time? It doesn't. Hog gets a shot on top of the tower.
It was the E-Spirit just completely shutting that whole thing down, and now it's last gasp for Lucas.
Yeah, and right there, 2 Mighty Miners on the board. This is one of those matchups where you don't need the 3-card cycle. You love all the Mighty Miners as if you can. Pedro, what does he have for this?
Evo RG on tower, cannon comes down to hold. RG in one more time. Lucas has to get so much done. Fishboy trying to pull. He needs to get one shot, can't get it done. Fireball in, won't be enough. Game number 1 for Pedro.
Well played coming out from Lucas. Yeah, and I almost want to point out the first mistake I've seen from Pedro. I would like to see him switch up the miner placement. NATO out of cycle. You've been playing it there every single time. But yeah, both of his towers are basically at 3K. You know, I don't want to get too nitpicky, I guess.
And these minions have just been absolutely shredding these Electro Giants. You know, and we talked about it earlier, the extended range now making it so that they can do a whole lot of work. And Lucas has been trying to find a way to break through with the NATO, hasn't done it yet. 30 seconds left. You talked about do or die, Josh. This is the one.
Yeah, E-Giant on the left, E-Giant on the right. Baby Dragon just dead. It's gone, it's finished. That is massive for Pedro's defense. This shouldn't even be a struggle. The ice was going to go to both lanes, and there we go. We finally do see a push.
Golden Knight in. Miner able to hold here, and that's not going to be enough. Golden Knight dashes. Electro Giant will not be quick enough. And Pedro comes out and does it the easy way. 2 games up, 2 games down. And this is going to be a connection.
Yeah.
Boom, it touches. But now on the right-hand side, look at this.
Yep, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this Goblin Doctor. Will he, won't he? We've been playing that this entire game, knowing that his opponent is going to be focusing on that. Doesn't pull the trigger once again.
Final minute. Comfortable, but not completely insurmountable lead for OP Sam.
42 seconds remain, 19:08 to 24:90. Spirit Empress over the middle, right next to the furnace. Fascinating there, almost asking for the lightning to come down.
Dash will hold the cannon cart on the opposite side. Mortar getting picked up by the furnace.
And gonna need a little bit more love on top of that mortar. And he just goes curse. And that's a perfect defense from Sam. Lightning comes down. Sam still in the lead.
And I don't think that we can see another lightning here from Sandbox. That's going to be very hard. He might be able to get down to 1, curse for some more damage, zap for some more damage.
Can he stop it? It's not enough time. And you see right there a huge sigh of relief from Sam.
And look at the elixir for Sandbox. I didn't see the count on the cards, but I have a strong feeling that that lightning was keyed up.
Oh yeah, I think it was right back in cycle. Just putting on enough pressure did Sam to make sure that Sandbox's attention and elixir was spent elsewhere. A great game for Sam, who, you know, we talk about it all the time in sports. You just got to get that first one in the bag, and then you can start. And playing some Sim City as Sandbox, why not? Get as many buildings down as you can.
Yeah, it looks like Austin with all the new construction. It's a joke for a very small number of people.
The 12 of them loved it. And Rocket in, 470 down to 421. And as quickly as this game started, I know it took 4 minutes to get there, but it felt like the writing was on the wall the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, especially once he went down, once you talk about really not making a choice of which way he was going to play. I know, there's a lot up there.
And that delivery comes in, Tesla down. Sam knows it. He even got a smile on his face. He's like, all right, let's just move on. This is painful. Let's get to game number 3.
I mean, but this is one of those things we're talking about, right? This is Sam's most played deck. And look at Sandbox. Tesla, Delivery, Dark Prince, Guards, Rocket. I mean, this is just tailor-made to shut him down.
Yeah, and I love the push that we saw earlier, Miner plus Guards. That had to be something that Sandbox is very, very aware of. And you saw right there, Evo Skeleton's doing such a great job. Evo Firecracker getting just 1 shot on the tower. Oh no! Oh no! Evo Skelly! Evo Skelly's gonna do it!
Stop! They can't stop! Never stop! Oh my word!
Wow, okay, he's still in it, but that is absolutely devastating. Those Evo Skellies were a talking point for defending against the barrel. I did not think they were gonna take almost Sam's entire left-hand tower, and now Sandbox gets to sit back and play defense for the next 38 seconds to 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
And we were sitting here looking at, hey, what are Sandy's options for really shutting down the bait part of things, and it's Sam who gets the eye off the ball here.
And Sandbox looking to get that damage in. Curious what that last card's going to be. We've seen a lot more Hog Lightning these days. It is the Earthquake. And now we're just in a cycle situation. Anything can happen in CRL, but it's starting to feel like lights out for the German.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game. Sam, big sigh, Sandbox.
And he's probably going to be able to Vines once again. So Vitor needs to think of an answer, and he will.
Those Vines, they really can catch you off guard. We saw it happen yesterday to Sam, where one Evo Skeleton got away. Sandbox pulls the trigger on the Vines last second. That's GG, well played. Right now, Ian using the Vines to his favor. 5:17 remains on Vitor's tower. Only 20 seconds remain in regulation.
Yeah, and Vitor's making it way too easy to defend with the Skeleton Kings. He's stopping the drill, plus the Berserker, plus the Fire Spirit, and still being able to get offensive pressure with it. Vitor needed to set up differently on offense, and that's why Ian is in this lead.
Ian drops the Minion Horde. Last card out. Only spell he has. Oh my goodness, it locks. And it locks. 104, not enough. But a Miner plus some Vines is gonna bring it pretty dang close.
Ian needs to catch it. Is Vitor going in with the prediction Vines? He's not going to be able to defend. Forces out the Evo Snowball. The Fire Spirit is down. It doesn't matter. It's over. To do it on the live stage is something else. The
prediction EQ. Ian looks up to the crowd. He knows he's sewn things up. And you can see right there on Vitor's face, he knows it's over.
I mean, Ian just cycling the bar barrel right there, trying to get himself to another couple Earthquakes. Might go in with the Hogs, but instead just going to defend. He just looks so comfortable.
And Mother Witch right there looking for those skellies that might come out. Instead of bar barrel comes out. There is the bomb from the Mighty Miner. A little bit of a push here, but very manageable for Ian.
Yeah, right here, a little bit going on. But
yeah, a little dicey, actually.
The Mighty Miner going to be able to take out the Mother Witch. Tower down to 1143, and good game coming out from Vitor. He's going to try and pull the trick that Ian pulls off all the time, but we're going to see if he actually wants to defend, and he will.
There's just no way to get through this AC with the amount of damage that needs to be done by Vitor. The EQ
Here
cycle,
it is, the cycle.
That's going to do it. And Ian does it with his comfort deck to stay alive and keep the run going.
Lucas takes the lead all the way back.
Igor a little heavier in this deck, getting the Mighty Miner up front. Goblin Hut now placed in that low position.
And that's going to be perfect right there. Mighty Miner to try and finish off the Dark Goblin. 1886, lowest tower for Lucas. 1593, lowest tower for Igor. And really, you know, the game is close, but so far Lucas has played a much cleaner game.
Split on the Evo barrel. Let's see how Igor handles it. Takes a ton of damage on the left-hand side. Oh my word.
Yeah, and I think that might have been Evo Skellies or something taken out right there. 9 seconds, almost to OT. And Lucas is just dominating. He's just playing this so much better than Igor is so far.
Miner working for Igor. One wall breaker trying to make it. Does connect. Bar barrel down. And the hut drop behind. Had to be a misclick. That's it. Lucas takes game number one.
Went with the Graveyard in the left. Inferno Dragon, plus the Valk, plus the Snowball. Should be able to defend that pretty nicely, but does need to go with guards, and he will. The right tower now lowered down to 1706.
Igor can switch lanes here, but Lucas in a good spot. Not a big lead, though. 1706 to 1815, 40 seconds left.
And it's interesting to see how all these P.E.K.K.A decks, it's no longer the Evo P.E.K.K.A. You're trying to get those support troops to be your Evos. 1815, 1706, 30 seconds left to determine if this is going to a game 3.
Ram Rider playing defense against the Graveyard. Not a lot getting through here. Ram Rider trying to make it. The Evo Valk goes down. Cage in the hold. Snowball trying to stop the Ram Rider. Ram Rider will connect. And now another one on the right-hand side. That's an absolutely huge push. 10 seconds left. That Ram Rider should connect here. Cage to stop. Igor needs to get on tower. Lightning puts the damage in. That's gonna be it. Lucas gets it done in 2.
Yeah, Ian has to have a miracle happen here. Royal Ghost out on top of the cannon, minions, everything. And overspend doesn't matter when you have the lead, plus Miner Poison Juicy. Is there any way to turn this around other than a miracle or a misplay?
I think that it's possible. He needs to keep up the pressure, and he needs to have very cheap, effective defenses versus these Miner.
991, 883, Miner goes in. Firecracker to catch the minions at the bridge. Mighty Miner at the bridge on the opposite side. Most likely going to put a hog behind. There it is. Early Earthquake. Cannon out of range. Great placement there from Lucas. Ian back in the lead, though.
Yeah, Ian back in the lead, continue to apply the pressure. Now a pre-poison plus Miner coming in hot, and Ian knows he can't defend. He decides to attack instead.
Hog does get pulled. Minions are there.
Oh my gosh.
Hog almost gets a hit.
Oh my gosh, it's so close. Another Hog inbound.
Need a way to stop this Hog. You need a way. There's the cannon.
The Evo Cannon stalls enough. One more Miner inbound, and the poison is enough. Lucas X Gamer takes game number 1. And Evo Snowball is in cycle, so we are going to see that front drill placement. But Ian is on top of it. He waits, plays the Barb Burl instead, and prevents the Evo Snowball from getting any value.
I mean, Juice, that's a situation where you just gotta hover, right? I mean, I know you want to predict, but then if you predict with the Evo Snowball, that's worse than having to use it on defense.
Evo Skeleton Barrel in cycle. Boss Bandit almost connects. Will Lucas have enough elixir?
And Boss Bandit dashes.
Wow!
With the Skellies! Boss Bandit at the bridge!
Lucas is low in elixir. He gets the Valkyrie down barely in time to stay in this match. But wow, insane pressure from Ian continuing to push the advantage.
The Boss Bandit is such an elixir leech when you talk about having to play against it, Juicy. If you don't defend it perfectly, you must get it down to stop that dash. And Lucas hasn't been able to get back on offense in about a minute. And now the mortar locks again.
The mortar is connecting, and the Boss Bandit is protecting. It's dashing every which way, and the mortar continues to send volleys at this tower. Boss Bandit connects.
We're getting our first game free. 1784, 2065. Lucas needs to make something happen in the next 50 seconds, but having a tough time doing it. Ian doesn't even need to rocket cycle.
Guard's a little bit late. That could be game-changing damage to the miner connecting. Lucas needs the double RG to break through. And wow, and he tries to predict the Monk with the rocket, but he doesn't get it.
I don't know.
This is Lucas's time.
Yeah, maybe going for a little bit too much, but probably recognizing he can get back to that second Tesla, no problem. There it is. Now we need another RG, but Lucas can't find a way to break through.
Wow, another Monk at the bridge. 20 seconds on the clock. We'll see another RG soon.
He's got to play defense on the left, Juicy. He can't just let it go. E-Spirit has to come down and the guards. He can't support the RG.
The rocket does too much damage, and there it goes.
Can he get the prediction? Can he get it?
Oh! The rocket does not go! It does not get deflected!
Almost gets it! Lucas knows he missed it by a split second! And he's sent home by a millisecond! Wallbreakers don't get in front of the bar, but Mighty Miner comes over on that side, has to turn around anyway. 1455, 689, sub in control.
Right there, Bar Barrel going to be able to clean up the Ice Wiz nicely. Minions in tow going to be able to clean up the Miner as well. So 689, he needs just a little bit more damage before he can start going poison, poison, poison.
Mo putting some pressure on that right-hand side. Baits out a Mighty Miner, uses the ability, then goes opposite lane. 542, 1308. Sub catches the Miner.
Sub, all the elixir in the world, he's able to get the cannon down in time, going to be able to stop those wall breakers. And here we go. This is where it starts. 30 seconds left. He's going to go Miner, poison, cycle.
427, 1026, 24 seconds remain. Sub just needs to not make a huge mistake here. Mighty Miner getting kited back on the left-hand side. Poison down early, cannon up high. Mo Light just out of reach, AC, in game one.
Yep, Miner, poison, Miner chipping away. Going to get the tower down to 47. It's over.
And Mo, I almost wonder if he's playing for the camera here, acting like he's trying to figure something out. Maybe figuring out what he wants to run
at the camera right there.
In game three. I can imagine that's maybe where his head is at, knowing that game two is essentially locked at this point. Only a minute and 13 seconds remain. Momo's taken almost no damage, and he does have an incredibly defensive deck.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool thing to point out, because you have to assume both of these players know the end result of this game. They're going to take the next minute and a half, not because they think that they can come back, and, you know, maybe they can, so of course they're going to try, but the main thing is, what am I going to do for deck number 3? How do I get away and give myself an advantage going into that final game?
Honestly, that's exactly what I'd be doing if I was both of them right now, AC. I would just let this game, you know, we don't have draws like they do in chess. We don't have resignations, I mean, and I don't think that's what Sub would do anyway, because you're going to use this time to think about what you want to do in game 3. And, you know, as quick as you get... Beautiful fireball in.
Beautiful fireball right there. Goblin Hunt to take the E-Giant into the middle. Guards are going to be low, but the Bomber's going to be able to help out. Needs the Ice Spirit reset, and he's going to do that again.
Wow.
We keep hyping up all these maybes from Muhammad Light, but Sub on the other side, he's just doing it. He's got it done.
Perfect interactions from Sub time and time again. Resetting the Inferno, getting the guards down last second. Royal Ghost up high to stop the Golden Knight charges. Everything is so clean, but it just takes one. 33 seconds remain. Double barrel in.
Gets the prediction with the Golden Knight, gets the left tower safely, but this Inferno Dragon is going to do nothing. 26 seconds left. He's going to be able to have another... he has another hut. I don't think Muhammad Light has a shot.
I don't think there's any way. Goblins get on top of tower again. Not within fireball range. Guards up high to block.
Dark Goblin down low. Dark Goblin down low, that should get on tower! The Golden Knight's on tower, but there's not enough time! And Mo Light is gonna have to repeat a lower bracket run to be the first and ever three-time world champ! Sub gets it done!
Just looks like Adriel is a little bit frustrated. There's just no answer for him. I don't know if he's supposed to start cycling RGs, what not. It just doesn't make any sense. This defense is so strong from Pedro.
And there haven't been a whole lot of drills here either. The drill damage has been quite minimal. The Poison, kind of the MVP so far. But look at this, Royal Giant getting in, Snowball on defense, and that might open up the next cycle for Adriel.
Yeah, right here, he could go back again with another bridge RG. I do expect that to happen on the right side. But no, the defensive Poison, Adriel's gonna try and win one bridge battle and go in aggressive.
Giant Skeleton in front, needs to get that Royal Giant down, 20 seconds left. Pedro still with the lead, 23-54. Lots of ground to make up. Arrows in. Royal Giant gets pushed away from the hut. Oh my
goodness!
Royal Giant gets pushed away from the hut. It keeps on shooting. Oh my word, this drill is everything. Not gonna be enough. Adriel breaks through in the final seconds and takes game number one. It is certainly a game. Does he go Lightning to clear here at the board? RG goes the opposite side. Cage should be sufficient. And that Fisherman a little bit late. And it looks like it's just going to be Adriel opting to eat the damage. Lightning trying to clear everything. Not going to clear enough, though.
And right there, the Ghost activating a couple more ghouls, gets the tower down to 12-12. And now both the left and the right tower are damaged heavily. Gobcage going to be able to put in a little bit of work, but the RG is going to get 2 to maybe 3 shots, but a NATO comes out from Adriel.
Yeah, and he had to spend that NATO, but it means he can't use it on offense to connect on that right-hand side. 17 seconds left. Adriel's going to have to get a NATO lightning situation going on. The Goblin Cage to cover. Here's what he wants. XE is high, doesn't hit the Golden Knight. And you see Pedro's not going to play anything anywhere near his tower. Does not want that connection. Lightning in, but log the opposite way. Pedro evens things up. We're going to game 3.
What does he have for this? Okay, Tesla is going to come down in time, but it's going to get a lot of chip damage onto the tower, getting it down to 21-78.
Yeah, this puts it in the danger zone. Now we're getting into triple elixir. Pedro able to set up in that back corner once more. Adriel can play opposite lane. He can defend and play in the same lane. Both of those are open right now.
Cycles the Firecracker in the back, protecting himself. Evo Cannon in cycle. Lightning comes down. That's another boss bandit right there, and that's going to eat away at the E-Giant, but this is a lot on the board for Adriel, and it's going to be in range of the cannon. Kind of an interesting placement from that Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla not doing great here. Needs to cycle back very quickly. NATO takes the hog into the middle. Bowler tanking. Tesla once more. Lightning clears it off. This would be a lot of damage here for Pedro.
Yeah, and now he has to worry about the Golden Knight that's going to be dashing. He's going to go hog opposite lane. The mistake with the lock.
Oh my.
You see a shake. Oh my. Game over.
And he's still eating wall breakers.
Really nice mighty ability. Kind of just preventing damage to the right, but also cleaning up the ghost on the left at the same exact time.
And just the hardest thing for Ian here is the dual lane pressure has been unrelenting.
Yeah.
And he's had no real way to control this game in both the left and right side.
And that is what the change to the 3-card cycle is about. You know, it hurts Hog sometimes, but being able to have, oh my gosh, with the wall breakers, but being able to have multiple mighties on the board to defend is huge.
2 Mega Knights down, Evo Royal Ghost as well. RG on the right-hand side.
This might be it.
There's a lot on the board here. Ian might have to ignore the miner and just go after it. E-Spirit to hit. Will the Royal Giant turn around? Mega Knight all over the place. 48 HP. Lightning in. Can the Royal Giant do it in time? Can the Royal Giant do enough? It's not going to happen. Poison down. Mohamed Light wins game number 1. Some chip damage there Ian didn't want to take. Goes Mortar opposite lane again. Hog down.
Pre-log?
And that pre-log is huge.
Wow.
Huge hits.
In cycle, this might be Ian's chance to make it to game 3.
Mortar cannot connect. Lightning in the clear.
Lightning really cleans up and gets damage on the Princess Tower. Sorry, the Cannoneer Tower on the right.
1483, 1694. This battle has become about the right-hand side. Fireball cycle puts this within 4. Log takes the lead for Ian.
Tesla does pull the skeleton. The Fireball is in, but the Lightning goes as well.
Fireball trying to create the connection here. Is there a mortar? Is there an E-Wiz? Can he stop it? Oh my word! Mohamed Light holds on and wins it by 42 HP.
E-Spirit trying to clean everything, and it does. The log unnecessary. And once again, Adriel kind of showing his nerves a little bit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Juice, that is such a great call here because now Sandbox going to keep the pressure up. A little bit of mistiming there.
And a Royal Giant Evo in the back, trying to get the dual lane push, but Sandbox knows it's time to pressure. But I also really like the slowness and the patience to just drop the boss man in the back and set up for defense as well.
Yeah, and you know, like we've been talking about a lot today, not having the 3-card cycle, the ability to get 2 boss bandits down, that is so great when you're defending against Mortar. Evo Mortar just in range there. Fireball comes in, Log to clean up the Dark Goblin, and finally a couple shots going to come in on this left-hand side as the boss bandit connects on the right.
Bar Barrel plus minions should be able to clean up the Evo Ghost fairly easily. Bossman is still a threat. Roll Giant drops. Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe this works.
Skeleton soaks that shot from the Boss Bandit. Boss Bandit goes back on Sandy's side of the board. Should get 1 RG shot. Fireball in, 12:05, 18:01, 4 seconds remain. Adriel drops game number 1. Sandbox is keeping the golden run going.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I'm talking about.
Adriel fighting for his life. The MVP of day 1, as many called him, looking at elimination already.
3 Snowball and Poison, but the General Jerry gets pushed back so that the Evo Skeleton Army defends everything despite the prediction.
And that one Zappy stays alive, finally gets taken out by the bomb tower. Mighty Miner up high here to clean up the RG. Another set of Zappies down. More damage coming in here from the Pigs. Adriel cannot figure out a way to get on offense, defend, and deal with the Mother Witch. There we go. Wow. That's actually a lot of damage.
Yeah, damage is coming through, and all of a sudden with 25 seconds, it's a very close game. And I will remind you, Andrew, the Evo Snowball is finally in cycle.
If you know that, Juice, we wonder if Sandbox is able to keep that in mind with all this going on. High bomb tower, now that giant skeleton is going to take it out, but not enough time for another RG, is there? There might be, going to bait out the drill. Drill's on the other side of the board. Evo Snowball used defensively. Adriel needs to figure out how to get some damage on tower, and Sandbox does it into the sweep by the South Korean.
Right there. Bar Barrel going to be able to perfectly predict, gets the Goblin Barrel cleaned up very nicely, and Sandbox still has the lead, but what was 1,500 is now down to 100.
12:39, 11:15, now getting into overtime. Sandbox thinking about keeping pressure up in the opposite lane. Berserker and Dark Goblin working down the right-hand side. Barrel goes left on the inside. Mo can see it from a mile away.
Yeah, I believe that was just one tile too far into the middle.
Yeah.
It made it a little bit too obvious. Firecracker plus E-Spirit going to be able to block one of the wall breakers from getting into the tower, but not enough. Evo Valk on defense, and now, after such a strong start, Mohamed Light takes the lead.
Yeah, evening things up is Mo, and right back on offense. Gonna have to use the vines up high. Sandbox knows that's gonna line up the Firecracker. Now the Hog's gonna get on top of tower, and as quickly as Sandbox started this game, Mohamed Light finishes it.
Yeah,
Valkyrie
right
to get
there.
on the back! The Valkyrie went to the back! And the Royal Ghost gets on tower!
And that's going to happen again, getting the tower down to 647.
And Sandbox screams back into this battle, almost eliminated, now in the lead.
Mohamed Light, it would have been better not to place a troop at that point, getting the tower down to 463. Evo Valk not understanding its priorities. And right there, Snowball gonna provide a little bit of value, but 1390, 463, this is looking like it's insurmountable.
Nice pause there on the Skelly's, making sure he doesn't give Mo too much value. Drill goes to the front. Hut's there, 8Q's there. Rocket comes in, Poison goes out. 50 seconds remain. This is a foot race, and Sandbox has the lead.
Right there, Miner forces out the Snowball. It is going to activate King Tower. Very nice looking play, and technically there's still some sort of opportunity.
That hut being used now, knowing that his opponent is happy to rocket away, but he has the lead, is such an interesting way to defend. But it really paints Mo into a tough spot. And there you go. We're going to game 3.
I mean, these boss bandits, they're getting value, but it's just not enough. That's the problem with the 6 Elixir card. As good as it is, as much value as it gets, sometimes it's just not enough. In this game, it's just difficult. He's not setting up the right pushes. Muhammad Light is just controlling the arena after that opening start.
And now the Evo Xe here to clean things up. Ram Rider finally comes down to slow the RG. This should be a relatively nice cleanup. Goes for the zappies in the middle. Mo plays with the left-hand side. Great defensive play there by Mo.
You almost wonder if Mo is nodding his head because he respected the prediction or if he was just happy it didn't work out. And right there, Zappies plus Ghost. Ghost is going to disappear and respawn with a little bit more ghouls. There it is.
And now needs to stop this RG.
Yesterday. Okay.
Evo. Oh, and it still gets a shot in. Fireball on the furnace.
This is
and
looking like it's over.
This should do it.
It gets there.
Mo Light stays alive.
And right here, RG not getting enough, doesn't get the second shot. The Monk is able to place his hands on top of the RG's body and gets taken off the arena.
And another Monk set up with the Hunter. We're going to see another Roll Giant in soon. Pedro trying to control it with the Fisherman.
Wow,
wait, the deflection on the Wizard! Deflection on the Wizard from the Monk! And that's splashing on Tower!
And right here, Sub, I mean, it wasn't the best start, but so far he has been playing this beautifully. It's just attack, attack, attack. Finally, Pedro has played an RG. It felt like we went 2.5 minutes before he played an RG down.
And Sub's gonna keep up the pressure. Another Evo Roll Giant. Evo Wizards on the board with the Vines. The Vine, will it prevent the Monk ability from dropping? Wait, he does get off. It is deflecting the Wizard. Royal Giant is on the tower. Oh my goodness, Josh.
The Fisherman doesn't yank. The Fisherman doesn't yank. The RG plus the Fireball. Game 1 goes to Sub. Good offensive pressure. Didn't overextend. Mother Wish to try and get one of these piggies to go on the map. And Minion Horde over the middle. And a defensive Skeleton Barrel going to clean up everything beautiful. That Minion Horde is just gone.
And this is exactly how Muhammad Light likes to play. He gets the damage lead, and then he continues to use his Evos even on defense. And I think Pedro's taking a lot of that gameplay from him. I mean, I love the use of the Evo Skeleton Barrel to deal with the Minion Horde. Will the General oh my goodness, the General Jerry barely gets taken out by the E-Wiz.
And right here, just Scar Me plus Skeleton King Larry's, and right there, Boss Bandit does clean up pretty nicely. Mother Witch pressure over the middle, 15 seconds left. This is an all-out assault. If he defends, he wins. If he doesn't, Sub does.
Wait, the Evo Ghost is going towards the tower. Ghouls on tower.
11.
Mortar's not helping.
He takes the lead.
He takes the lead.
If he fireballs in time. If he fireballs in time.
Fireball.
Fireball doesn't get there. Fireball doesn't get there. Sub gets it. Sub gets it. And right here, Sub gonna go in the right lane with the Dark Prince, plus the Rage, plus the Battle Ram, everything coming down the lane. Battle Ram will get caught up by the Skeletons from the Skeleton King, and a clean defense from Pedro. He was able to get away with a rocket and just an easy defense.
Another rocket dropping down, tries to hit the Bandit, doesn't get it. And once again, gonna be down 6 Elixir. Can he make this defense happen on the biggest of stages?
The minions forcing the Spirit Goblins to do the right side, allowing the Bandit to take out the Goblin Hut. And here we go. Defensive Evo Ice Spirit right lane should be cleaned up real nicely. The Bandit on offense, and there are just so many troops, it's hard to pick out what's even happening.
And Evil Batterim is placed at the bridge. Does he have the snowball and cycle? He does drop it down. 2 Ice Wizards, a rage from Sub to try to break through, but the delivery drops into everything. And with 10 seconds left, Pedro gets one more rocket off. Sub's pressure was not quite enough.
2 seconds, 1 second, and that is tower down. Pedro avoiding the full-on sweep, and that was just a majestic deck.
Miner once again coming in, does get some chip. Ice was not down in time. And if you're Sub now, like, you have to start thinking not only about perfect defense, but you need to attack. So he's going in for the Graveyard, but the Evo Breakers are perfectly timed in order to basically apply pressure But the Evo Witch Protection, sorry, I gotta stop.
Yeah, the Evo Witch Protection is a fantastic. Cannon high, trying to take out the Witch, going to target the Skellies instead though. And that's gonna be a defensive poison for Pedro, and it's gonna clean up everything relatively nicely. But this bridge battle is being won by Sub over and over. Only 6 elixir. Pedro in a world of hurt. We finally see the offensive poison. The poison get played. And again, another defensive ghost. Skellies line up beautifully. All 3 on the inside of the tower. And all of a sudden, Sub is going to storm into the lead.
Pedro's trying to come back, but the Knight picks up. Will the wall breakers be able to connect? No. Barbarian Barrel in cycle. And with 20 seconds left, we see yet another Graveyard Poison from Sub.
Now it's just RNG. Can you have the Skellies hit the tower? We see one Skelly get on the tower, and that's going to be it. 1399, able to protect, not give up any damage. We see the offensive Graveyard. The Miner gets caught.
The Miner gets caught again. The poison is tipping. The skeleton hits at the end. And Sub wins the Battle of Brazil.
And Pedro could be repeating what he used in game number 1, going in with another RG Monk Wizard deck. Even if it didn't work out in his first set, he clearly thinks that he's onto something with this deck. And, you know, I love the confidence. If you're going to win, you need confidence, and this is how you do it.
And now Pedro going to have to think about stopping that Mighty Miner as this game goes on. He's got the guards, he's got the E-Spirit, he's got the Fish Boy. Great ways to get on top of it. And of course, doesn't have to worry about the reflection from the Monk like he did in game 1 of his previous set, which basically stole it from him. Friendly fire, if you will.
Both players waiting to hit 10 elixir. Pedro again electing to leak. It's really interesting to see how he's playing a lot of these matches, allowing himself to leak when other players wouldn't.
Mo Light even leaking a couple elixir there, then decides to cycle the Earthquake. And a Monk meets a Cannon as Hog plus Guards goes opposite lane. Fishboy going to try to pull, activate King. Guards up high to pull the Guards and distract, get a King Tower activation, but something needs to get on top of that Firecracker, and Guards, we always say King Tower activated, but at what cost? And this is a massive spend.
Just so smart, so aware. As soon as the Monk goes down, there's a reason why Pedro was leaking so much elixir. He knew that he couldn't afford to go in, and he didn't even wait till double. If you're going to wait that long, you have to continue to wait. Right here, though, this counter push can be a little bit deadly. Fisherman going to yank onto the left side.
One more. Does it get one more? And it does.
That last shot.
1824, 1033. Usually you don't want to go in the same lane with Hog Rider, but when you've got that much damage done, AC, is there really an option to switch? And Mo decides not to with this Earthquake.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting to cycle the Wizard back there. You knew that your opponent wanted to take the shield off, wanted to cycle the Earthquake. I don't know what I would have preferred, maybe to place it high, but he doesn't do that. And now the Mighty Miner plus Firecracker plus Cannon, that's going to be an easy defense for Muhammad Light.
Mighty Miner back in cycle, Cannon down, Fishboy up high, so not able to pull this Hog. Nothing there for the Hog. Mighty Miner stays alive. That should be tower down. That is tower down. Mo Light takes game number 1. I thought we were going to have a blow open moment, if you will, there in terms of this game, and Mo Light quickly silences that. Evo Snowball back in cycle.
And right here, Demolisher going to explode on 2 of the minions, offensive poison, and that was an extra shot. I believe that was a ghost. I believe that was a goblin. Couldn't exactly tell. And that tower is now down to 1193.
Mo on the left tower, Drill on the right. Pedro trying to make anything happen. Ghost on the right tower of Mo, but Mo is heavily in the lead.
30 seconds left. Needs to figure something out. These E-Spirits are beautiful. Going to jump across everything, and I mean, I just don't exactly know. There's one minion, but it's
almost gets there.
.12:45, 13 seconds left. One of the miners going to town. He's going to be able to get the tower low, needs to defend it. Evo Snowball forced out.
975 bottom left, 911 top right. Pedro now in the lead with 3 seconds remaining. Poison's in, Poison wins, and Pedro able to come back in the final moments, and that's exactly what he needed to do. 1828, 1628, separated by 200 HP. That mortar will take the lead on the left-hand side if it's left undefended by Pedro.
Wow, and again, Muhammad Light forgetting about the mortar, just going in aggressive with his Goblinstein, and it's going to set himself up for another Evo Mortar on the left, plus Skeleton Barrel.
Evo Mortar almost locks again. Pedro gets his defensive mortar down just in time. Goblin Gang gonna distract for one shot, gonna need something else for the next.
Goblin Gang on defense with the help of the Ice Whiz, no damage, and again, Goblinstein on the left, getting aggressive as he can be.
Sometimes the best defense, AC, is just a whole lot of offense, and that is exactly what Mo's trying to do here. Pedro really could not take that Skelly Barrel drop. He takes the damage, he takes some damage from some of the Larrys as well. 1787, 1321, 20 seconds remain.
At this point, Muhammad Light can defend and win out. The Skeleton Barrel does pop. The Ice Whiz does come down too low. 10 seconds
Can he get
left
back to Fireball? Can he get back to Fireball Log? Evo Barrel's in. Fireball. Log.
Arrows come down. What are the Skellies? But Mo still wins it. Mo still wins it. What are the
30 HP. 23 HP. No, a Skeleton King comes down, and now a rocket out from Mo on the right-hand tower, taking the lead by 1,100.
3 seconds away from overtime, and Muhammad Light just controlling this game entirely. Set himself up so beautifully with this matchup. Skellies do come down. Rocket will get a little bit of value.
There's just no way.
There's just no way. 600 HP separating the two players. Another Rocket going to come down. Does it catch the Ice Whiz?
Wow.
It will. And so this miner is just going to chip away.
AC, it's a little early, but that shot right there from the Rocket may have been the nail in the coffin here for Pedro. 651. 2 rockets away is Mo Light from another grand finals at CRL World Finals.
Snowball not taking off the shield, so it's going to provide an easy defense for the Dark Prince. Delivery going to come down, 455 HP with the help of the Rocket. You're going to get down to 84.
That's it.
Plus the Dark Prince. It's over.
Muhammad Light.
It's best of 5. It's World Finals. Just about anything can happen. We'll see if we go there right now with 2 minutes away, moving into double elixir time. So far, pretty much razor thin.
Setting up that cannon early, trying to get to the Evo cannon as soon as possible. Evo Firecracker in play already. Nice E-Spirit Plus should clean all this up. An early log! An early log, and Mo saw it! I think Sub thought that the Firecracker was going to pop both of the barrels there because it was the Evo Cracker, and he just misses the log.
That's a pretty big gap to open up. 716 bottom right tower, 2099 on the top left, and we are getting closer and closer to sudden death.
And a small thing that Sub can hold on to is that there was a misplay there by Mo to activate King Tower with the Firecracker. Evo Mortar down. Earthquake in, Skellies to distract. And the Skellies don't distract! The Skellies are out of position! 2 shots in, barrel to tank. Goblin's taking for the barrel. Boss Bandit on the left-hand side. Mo Light has blown this wide open.
And now he just sits back, doesn't make a mistake, and rides out these 2 minutes to a Game 1 victory.
First fireball's in. Mo's all smiles right now. Sub doing anything that he can. But this is swimming upstream. Ice skating uphill.
Earthquake trying to break through. Hog's not going to get it. Fireball puts Mo into the winner's column. Game 1 for the Pharaoh.
That should go down.
Final minute, triple elixir flowing.
And just gonna eat some of that. No, he does not. Last second Valkyrie. Bomber taken off the board, but does do the job against the Dark Goblin.
Not only does Sub have the lead, but he has both lanes, and that's gonna be huge here as he can go opposite, but he can also, if he has to, he can win in that right-hand side.
And I love what he's doing with the princesses here, Rich. You know Mo wants to poison the right side, so make these princesses take over the board. Control the board. Protect your princess.
Goblins on the right-hand side take it down to 1280. Muhammad Light in trouble in both lanes. Poison down, gives him the lead, but for how long?
Pressure, pressure, pressure here from Sub. He cannot let Mo get back on offense. Needs to defend.
The
high drill.
The defensive drill. Will it be enough?
That's enough!
Muhammad Light, brilliant in defense, takes a 2-0 lead.
Bat goes down just in time.
Skelly Kings in both lanes. Evo Firecracker trying to work on the defensive side. Mortar still at about a third health.
He needs his arrows to get rid of that Firecracker right now. Does Sub. Not able to do it. Mortar off the board, no damage in.
You should expect a little King Tower activation there. That will be helpful in the long run.
Firecracker splash goes to the other side. Molite still has both lanes at his disposal.
Sudden death overtime. And Sub setting up the Skelly Barrel way low.
And I like how Mo is just I'm not even going to play with it. Every time that cannon card's in the back, I'm going to take the lightning value. I don't care what lane it's in. I don't care which tower is lower, at least right now. 90 seconds remain in overtime. Game 3, grand finals. And a bit of a stalemate for Sub.
Yeah, he's got to figure out what can he do to get to the second level. He's again in a situation.
And that Firecracker is going to be devastating here. Does get a shot in. Mighty Miner bomb goes off as well. And Sub cannot get on offense. Tesla here to block? No. Mighty Miner to kite or distract. Skeleton King looking for it. And a perfect lightning again from Mo. But a shot does get in. Late ability. And that's going to be very little damage. And Mo goes, you almost predicted me, but that one goblin stays alive.
Yeah, that arrows feels like a late gasp there, as there was just one little ghostly skeleton there.
And looking for the mortar defensively as Mo goes lightning early. This is a last chance effort here for Sub. He's got to win the game with this push. He's not even going to get to the push. Molite trying to break through an ocean of goblins, and still Molite's Hog gets on tower.
Mo has to get to that lightning. That's a lot on the left-hand side, a lot on the right-hand side.
And going for the block is Sub. Now maybe going to drop goblins in the back. Mo's looking for it, trying to find a spot for that lightning. And there it is. And he gets it! 3 up, 3 down. And he heads right back to get ready for round 2.
Evo Mortar sets up on the right-hand side. Final minute, triple elixir. The last thing that Sub can have happen is to go down 4 in a row.
Dark Goblin gets sniped there. And Sub, once again, just finding an incredibly difficult time breaking through. Maybe you heard us talking about how that other deck doesn't work very well, but this one also really struggling to get on tower.
And arrows once again,
Yep. Makes sense, but just not ideal, Rich. And another mortar down for Sub. 18 seconds remains. He needs that mortar to connect and then some, and there's just absolutely no way as another thing on the right-hand side. Boss Bandit breaks on through. Barrel's going to drop down. Sub, 4 in a row to his opponent, and only 2 lives to give in his 2025 run.
feels like he's facing off against Thanos.
21-46, 26-27. 1 minute remains in overtime.
Low Tesla here. That's going to give some fireball value.
You almost feel bad for him, just like you did for Pedro. There's just no way to break through.
Royal Giant to the right-hand lane. Trying to force expenditure out away from his weak side tower. Evo Ghost goes into the guards, maybe to add pressure in both lanes, cleaned up by the delivery and log.
Molite looks more locked in than we've ever seen him before, Rich.
Just a few more moments of defense from Mohamed Light. We see the little smile.
5 in a row. Back to back to back to back to back game wins. Dark Goblin to snipe, just in range.
And the vines.
And Mo knows. You can see it on his face. Greatness. The spell power. There's no way to deal with the Zappies and with the Dark Goblin. And the barrel goes in. Mo's got his hands on his head.
And what a perfect curse. We're in sudden death overtime. Sub hanging on by a thread.
112 HP separates Mohamed Light from being the first ever 3-time.
Oh my word, wall breaker.
And the Vines comes in cycled on the left-hand side, 36 HP, 1 more Vines, 3 titles.
And here we go. That is gonna be it. Vines hit. Muhammad Light, 3-time world champion.
He's been the best in the game for years, but now it's undisputed. The reigning, back-to-back, 3-time world champion. The Pharaoh's done it again.